A year ago. It actually was a year ago. Wow.
In March 2023, Bellarmine announced that it would begin the phasing out process of almost a dozen academic programs beginning the following school year. Some of these included undergraduate degrees in subjects like foreign language and international studies, medical laboratory science, physics, and theater. Within this announcement, Bellarmine said that those in affected majors would be able to complete their degrees at Bellarmine with minimal disruptions to their degree process.
The student experience should be much the same. There's relatively little impact on the day-to-day delivery of majors for students.
For students in some of the affected majors, this guarantee has proven to be the case.
My degree, most definitely, it has been held up to the highest standard. Tensions are high, but quality wise, it's been pretty much the same.
Bellarmine has done really amazing at still taking care of me and still doing their best to make sure that I have all the opportunities, whether that be through study abroad or other things.
The deans are working closely with all students in the impacted areas to develop very specific and individualized plans of completing the degrees and trying to do it in a way where students will be together in classes, be able to have groups of students to work together to finish those particular classes rather than having a series of one-off type.
However, for students in some of the other affected majors, they are left feeling as though this was a false promise.
So it's definitely been a bit like not as neat as they planned it. It's definitely like we're hitting bumps in the road now.
Overall, I've seen the funding is definitely way less in the department.
It's become nightmarish because they are like, hey, we're offering these classes like only one more time. You do need them to graduate. You won't have any input on when they're offered or what times they are. Good luck.
I have had some friends and some professors that have wanted to teach Spanish classes but haven't either had the students coming in to take them or the classes available and have had a couple things.
A lot of the grant money that we are getting from research, they can't get that because there's no physics department anymore. So I think that's a huge problem. And I feel like that's something that the administration definitely did not consider.
It feels like a game of hot potato, except the potato is a ticking time bomb.
For the students affected, the possibility of transferring became a very real reality.
We have to be realistic at a certain point. Like, is it better to transfer and to have like a school that tries to support its smaller communities, or do you just kind of sit there and watch as everything slowly but surely fades away?
However, many chose to stay for various reasons.
I think it's really important, especially where Bellarmine is located in Kentucky, which receives a lot of immigrants and a lot of refugees who speak different languages, and the states as a whole is becoming more and more bilingual or multilingual and having multiple languages. So I think it's really important, and still really value my major.
I have always had a deep love and passion for physics. That's something I've always wanted to do. So I would have never thought about changing it, even given the circumstances.
When it came down to it, it was a once you're in a college, you're stuck there.
We may be small, but we have such specific classes that we have to take. There's not really anywhere else in the area for us to go. The closest next program is in Lexington.
All of the students collectively agree that their degree still has value, and they feel that it would have strengthened the university had it been better supported when it still existed as a major program.
I would love to see Bellarmine reconsider re-entering phasing the major back in, especially again as multilingual as this part of the country is. I think it would be great, and I have so many friends that want to learn the languages and want to keep reaching out and have a global mindset. I think that offering these classes, and even if we don't have the majors, continue to offer language classes and have good language professors could really be a benefit for the university as a whole.
Theater's expensive. Bottom line, theater is expensive, but it is something that everyone has enjoyed at some point in their life. Like, we've all watched TV shows and laughed at it or cried or something. I'm happy with the people I know at Bellarmine, and I love the faculty, but it was just like, it was definitely having issues with administration side of things. Like, that's what was aggravating us.
We created a lot of revenue from research. I want to say around 4 million, as well as a lot of prestige.
Nonetheless, everyone, including administration, have tried to bring positivity to the situation as best as possible.
It's important that we work with students to find majors that they're interested in and content areas and disciplines and things that are of interest and are rewarding for students. And at the same time, we look into the community and see what workforce needs are and ways that we can pair then students with those particular career pathways that are ahead.